All right, so here's the thing. Everyone's talking about inventory, right? Whether we're in our office, talking to our broker, go home to the wife, and everyone wants to know, like, how the heck are we going to sell anything this year, right? There's nothing available. Um, but I don't really think there's an inventory problem here. I did some stats, looked at some stats the other day regarding last year to this year, where we're at, how many we've listed, how many we haven't listed. And the numbers are pretty dang close to being the same. So, what's the real problem? Buyer demand, right? Buyer demand is so much greater than we've ever seen, whether it's interest rates affecting that, whether it's more people moving to Durango. It's a big thing. So, here are three things that we can do to increase inventory if you want to look at it that way. The first one, number one, is we need to protect our craft, right? We have to be confident in what we're saying to people. We have to be true to this industry. We have to hold this profession up and know what the heck we're talking about. Do this job with pride. Don't have sales breath. Don't let yourself down when a scenario comes up where someone doesn't want to sell. Number two is knowing the market, which these two kind of go hand in hand, but you have to know the stats. You have to know your market. You have to be able to have a conversation with your clients about what's really going on in order to get them to sell or not to sell. It's not your choice to get them to sell or not, but you need to have a really good, like, robust conversation with them about what to do. Third, but definitely not least, last but not least, is check your buyer database, right? Like, most people who have moved to Durango, you look at a phone number in your CRM, and you're like, man, this is a Texas number, right? And you're like, well, they don't live here yet. Well, most people already live here, and there's a good chance that buyer needs to find a house seller needs to find a house first before they can actually buy something, right? So they may inquire on Zillow, they may inquire on your website, they may give you a phone call asking about a property that you have listed, but you got to think about checking that against Eagle Web, or asking them, just ask, be like, hey, do you have a property to sell locally already? I would venture to guess that 25% of anyone's database is really sellers, although they come in as a buyer. So, three things to think about. Know your market, definitely know your market, check your buyer database, and perfect your speech as a realtor. And, like, have some good information as far as what our profession is, and hold that high and proud. Hope this helps you guys. Have a great day. Reach out if you have any questions.